Are you a first-time parent with a ton of questions about your new bundle of joy? Well, you're in the right place. This video addresses popular baby-related questions that you've been too embarrassed to ask your pediatrician. New to the Stuff for Tots channel? We cover a range of parenting topics. So if you're seeking advice on your little ones, please consider subscribing. You've read all the books, plowed through parenting websites, and received heaps of advice, some solicited and most not. You'd like to think you are ready for any type of challenge. Then your little one is born, and it's all just a crazy ride. When you're totally deprived of sleep and full of breast milk. Even the smallest of challenges can distract you and cause you to worry. Am I holding him too much? Why is my baby's poop mustard yellow? Should I sterilize bottles and pacifiers after every use? Questions race through your mind every time you see your cute baby. At your baby's wellness checkups, you find yourself holding off on asking the pediatrician about these questions and just saying that everything's doing okay. Why is that so? Perhaps you're thinking that your queries are too obvious or stupid. You'd be relieved to know that thousands of new moms are asking the same questions. Join us and discover the answers to some of the most popular baby-related questions. Number 1. Is breastfeeding necessary for a whole year? The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends breastfeeding for 12 months. While breastfeeding has many benefits, a mom should stop doing so if she realizes she is no longer enjoying it. Otherwise, it's not necessary to wean as soon as your baby turns 1 year old, if both the mom and baby are happy with prolonged breastfeeding. Number 2. Should bottles and pacifiers be sterilized after each use? In a perfect world, you would sterilize your baby's bottles after every feeding. But this is not realistic for most parents. So it is recommended to wash the bottles with soap and water after every feeding, then sterilize them overnight. This will kill bacteria and viruses that can be passed on to a baby. Please remember, equally important to sterilizing is practicing frequent handwashing and good hygiene. The human mouth carries plenty of germs. So please do not clean your child's dirty pacifier in your mouth. Number 3. What does sleeping through the night mean, and does it ever happen? As per study published in Pediatrics, 2-month-old babies can only sleep for 5 hours straight before they wake up to feed. By the time they are 4 months old, many babies can sleep for 8 to 12 hours. However, these hours may be between 7 p.m. to 3 a.m., not what could be considered as through the night. It's at about 5 months when babies start sleeping through to the morning. Number 4. Will I spoil my infant if I hold him too much? Not at all. Babies are meant to be held. They're not cute and cuddly for nothing. During the day, it is okay to have your infant attached to you, using a baby wrap or carrier, but at night, it is different. If your baby is used to being held or rocked to sleep, they will have a hard time sleeping by themselves. And when they wake up during the night, they will not be able to soothe themselves back to sleep. The workaround, when your baby is drowsy but awake. Place him on his back in the crib so that he can learn to do it himself. Number 5. My baby keeps flailing his arms. Is something wrong with him? Don't worry. Babies spend up to half of their sleeping time making sucking noises and twitching and flailing their limbs. What your little one's experiencing is called REM, or active sleep. Experts believe that this activity is important for brain development. Your baby will spend more time sleeping quietly by 6 months. Number 6. Is mustard yellow poop normal? Yes. Your baby can produce different colors of poop like brown, light yellow, and even green. This depends on whether your little one is drinking breast milk or formula. Breast milk produces different colored poop. It depends if the baby received foremilk or hind milk. Don't worry about the color unless it is chalky, black, or red. These colors could mean that something is wrong with your little one. So please make sure to contact your pediatrician right away. Try to avoid fixating on how often your baby goes. A healthy indicator would be that your baby has at least 6 wet diapers every day. This means your little one is getting enough to drink and receiving essential nutrients. Number 7. Is it bad to wake a sleeping baby? Not at all. Sometimes, it's even necessary to wake a sleeping baby. If your baby isn't gaining weight, your doctor may tell you to wake him up. So he can be fed at regular intervals and receive the nutrients he needs. It is also a good idea to wake a baby up before you go to bed. This is so he can do a dream feed, where he's awake enough to suck on a bottle and then slowly go back to sleep. This will help him sleep for a longer stretch at night. By 6 months old, you can also try waking your baby up from a nap so that when it is time for him to go to sleep, he will be tired and fall asleep much quicker. Number 8. My baby and I are going outside. How many layers of clothing should I dress him in? Dress your baby in one more layer than you are wearing. For example, if you're dressed in a shirt and jacket, dress your child in similar clothing plus an extra layer like a blanket. You don't need to do this if you're carrying your baby in a carrier though. Your body heat will help keep him warm. Number 9. If I drink a glass of wine, do I have to pump and dump? To keep from becoming engorged, you may need to express a little milk while you are waiting. But you don't have to pump and throw away the whole batch. Milk doesn't stay in your breasts, it is only produced when the baby needs it. So this means that once the alcohol has left your system, your breast milk will be free of it, too. Number 10. Should babies wear a hat all the time? A baby's head is bigger than the rest of his body, therefore it loses more heat. Your little one's head doesn't need to be covered inside where it's nice and cozy. If it is cold outside and you need to go out with your baby, please remember to put a hat on him. Number 11. Does breastfeeding really take so long? Nursing can seem like an eternity when you're first starting out, but eventually it speeds up. Within a few weeks, most babies are done feeding within 20 to 30 minutes. If your baby is not done within that time, he might just be sucking for comfort instead of nutrition. In that case, gently unlatch and give him a pacifier if he seems to want one. Number 12. Can a newborn be confused by day and night? Yes. You should engage in activities that can help your baby flip his internal clock. This includes going for walks and getting him into the sunlight, especially during mornings. You should also speak to him in a happy tone of voice to let him know that it is daytime. In the evenings, speak softly and keep the lights dim. Also, move slowly to help your baby know that it's time for bed. Remember that it's totally okay to ask questions about the proper care for your baby. We're only human and it's always best to be open to learning new things about our little ones. We sincerely hope that these answers will be helpful to you as you raise your precious little one. Is there a question you've had in mind about your baby for quite some time? We'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments below. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel to get notified of new parenting videos as soon as they're available. Thanks for watching.